Hey boos, hey, it is your girl, the Rising Phoenix Empath, coming at you from Maryland, and I want to jump on real quick. And today I wanted to go over 9 reasons why you shouldn't overly partake in alcohol. Okay, reason number 1: alcohol makes you very vulnerable to spiritual attack. Okay, or even possession. Okay, now everybody knows that wine, most liquor stores are called wine and spirits, and that's because wine is the fermentation of grapes, while spirits is the distillation of alcohol. Okay, so spirits represent the alcohol. Okay, and it's really no coincidence that it's called that, because anything that alters your mental state, your cognitive state, or your consciousness, anything that alters those things put you at a very likely vulnerability for spiritual attack or even possession. Okay, and so you shouldn't just lightly partake in these things on the regular basis, and you should not abuse these things, because when you do, you are you are very vulnerable to spiritual attack. Number 2, alcohol brings about specific spirits. Now, there are several spirits that it brings about, but I'm going to touch on 4 right now. And that 4 is 1, the spirit of confusion and divisiveness, meaning, okay, alcohol tends to make people gossip, backbite, and just cause divisiveness amongst people and confusion and fights amongst people. Okay? The second spirit is the spirit of murder and violence. We all know that alcohol will make a lot of people, very violent in nature, right? Number 3, the spirit of perversion. Okay, a lot of times people they drink too much and they have a hangover the next day, and they remember doing things sexually that they would have never done if they were not under the influence of alcohol. Now, not only does it bring upon you the spirit of perversion, but it also makes you susceptible to being on the other end of perversion by somebody else who takes advantage of you while you're in that state. Okay, so either way, the spirit of perversion, whether it be you who is perverted or whether it attracts the perversion to you. Okay, number 4 is the Jezebel spirit, that control spirit. Usually a lot of people who are alcoholics or people who partake in alcohol on the regular basis have a spirit of Jezebel on them, a spirit of control. All right, and that's the case also. In that spirit of control, that spirit of Jezebel goes hand in hand with narcissism. So, I mean, we all have narcissistic traits. Let me just say that. But people who are alcoholic in nature have those narcissistic traits more so than people who do not. Okay, but the spirit of Jezebel and control is the 4th spirit that alcohol will bring about. Number 3, such things should be used as spiritual resources and not abused. There are rules associated with accessing the spiritual realm when you are a human being. And those rules, you need to know those rules, you need to understand those rules, and you need to respect those rules. And when you are constantly under the influence of alcohol, when you are constantly drunk, under the influence of alcohol, you are breaching those rules. You are breaching the spirit realm with your very presence, because again, having an altered conscious, having your cognitive and mental state significantly altered by alcohol puts you not only at spiritual vulnerability for spiritual attack, but you are accessing the spirit realm. And in a lot of cases, you're accessing the spirit realm without permission and illegally. Okay? Number 4 it attracts demonic and evil doers and energies, right? And what I mean by that is I mentioned four spirits specifically that alcohol attracts, but alcohol typically just attracts low vibrational people. So if you notice, people who all regularly consume alcohol as a regular part of their life, and they're drunk a lot, they're under the influence a lot, or they're alcoholics, they hang with other people exactly like them or that match that energy. And the really only people that could stand to be around somebody who is constantly under the influence of alcohol are low vibrational and negative people. Okay. So that's number 4. Number 5, while it attracts demonic and evil doers, it repels children of the light. Okay, if you look around you, if you look around people who constantly partake in alcohol, if you look around, people who are alcoholics, they have destroyed relationships. And the people that are doing, positive things in life, the people who are of the light, the people who are trying to push forward and be better because they know better, they do not want to be around these people. They do not want to be around these people because most oftentimes the spirits that I talked about earlier, those spirits take over and cause trauma, whether it be some type of verbal abuse, physical abuse. People, of the light primarily decide they'll love you from a distance, but they do not want to be around that, and I can attest to that. So that's number 5. Number 6, it's I'm sorry, that was number 5. Number 6 is it keeps you stagnant, and tired and unable to fulfill your destiny. It keeps you tired and depressed and just low vibrational and stagnant in life. Okay, that's number 6. Number 7. It causes the partakers to be triggered by anyone walking in the light. So what this means is usually people who are alcoholics or people who are low vibrational. I have never met an alcoholic or somebody who partakes regularly in alcohol who likes me. They are triggered by people who are chosen. They are triggered by people who are walking in the call. They are triggered by good people. They are triggered by people of the light. They are triggered by people of integrity. And it is because your very being challenges them. Even if you never challenge them, your very existence and your example challenges them to be better people. And they're just not in a place to be able to receive that, your presence. Because they're just not in a place of really even wanting to be that for themselves. They're addicted. Okay, they're addicts. Okay, and number 8, if you are addicted to alcohol or you partake regularly under the influence of alcohol, your relationship suffers, your purpose suffers, you become your cognition declines. Okay, and you get dementia. There's a such thing of alcohol-induced dementia. It literally takes your mind, and your perception is in a constant state of being skewed, meaning you're very, you take everything personal and you are offended very easily, and you create false narratives from things that people have said or done, and you take that and you make up a whole nother story and you create a whole different narrative, right? All because you are perceiving information wrong, because you are in and out. You are partially in and out of spirit and reality, and you are in a constant state of being in spiritual warfare. So I hope this was helpful. Until next time, family.